All right, this is ODE, power series method, continued. All right, so let's find the odd terms. All right, so let's look at the C3. All right, if it's C3, so n equals 1 here, so you have -1/2 times C1, right? But we know that the C1 equals 1 from the one of the initial conditions, so this is going to be just 1/2. Right? Then C5 is going to be -1/2 times C3. And then you have a -1/2 times -1/2, so it's going to be 1/2 squared. Right? And the C7 is equal to -1/2 C5. So it's going to be -1/2. All right, so you can see that there's a pattern. So if you have C2n plus 1, right, this is going to be, so signs alternating. So I'm going to put the -1 to the n, right? Then you have a 1/, right? So it's if it's 3, it's first power, 5 and the second power, 7 is third power, 2n plus 1, it's a nth power. Right? So we got the Cn plus 1. All right, then we remember that the solution is summation of Cn x to the n. So we can split this, so y into, right, so we have C summation, right, n goes from 0 to infinity. Right, you have a Cn x to the n, right? And I'm going to split this into an even one and an odd one. So we can probably do it this way. Summation n equals 0 to infinity. So I'm going to just collect the even powered one. So it says C2n x to the 2n, right? And plus, right? So this is going to be a summation. N goes from 0 to infinity, right? This is the odd one. So it's a C2n plus 1 x 2n plus 1. All right, so then we just have to plug in those formulas and here. So this is going to be summation. N goes from 0 to infinity, right? So it's -1 to the n. And then you have x to the 2n over 2 to the n, right? Plus summation, n goes from 0 to infinity. We have here -1 to the n. All right, you have x to the 2n plus 1 and 2n. All right, then we want to find the expression for these guys. And what we can do is we can kind of mimic the, this is actually a geometric series. So let's write it like a geometric series, right? So everyone seems to have nth power, so I'm going to do this, right? You have a negative, right? Then you have x squared, and then you have a 2, then raise it to the nth power, right? And this one, I'm going to have to pull out the 1 of the x. So I'm going to pull out the 1 of the x here so that you would have x to the 2n. So we can do the same thing as before. Negative x squared over 2 to the nth power. All right, so we have that. And remember that this is the this looks like a geometric series. So the sum is going to be a over 1 minus r. So this is going to be a is the first term. If it's 0, it's 1 over 1 minus r. R is just this guy. So it's going to be plus x squared over 2. All right, the other one is you have x there. All right, so that's the first term. 1 minus negative 1 squared over 2. All right, if you want, I don't like having a fraction inside the fraction. I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 2. Then you would get, let's see, 2 over 1 plus, so actually 2 plus x squared, and plus 2x over 2 plus x squared. All right, so we found two linearly independent solutions, so that's what we're trying to find. There are two linearly independent solutions, so we found those. All right, so here. All right, and so that's y here. And radius of convergence. Right, so since we have to make sure that r value, absolute value of r is less than 1, so just like a geometric series, and for both of them, r value is really just negative x squared over 2, and we have to make sure that this is less than 1 to get the convergence. Right, to find the radius of convergence, what I'm going to do is, let's see, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So you get x squared has to be less than 2, right? Then if you take the square root of both sides, we get absolute value of x is going to be less than square root of 2, right? So therefore, radius of convergence is going to be square root of 2. Right? So we got, let's see, the radius of convergence of the solution, both converges, and this is actually the same radius of convergence for both of them. Right? So solution is y equals, right? And you're going to have 2 over 2 plus x squared plus 2x over 2 plus x squared. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.